Hi there, welcome back to Green Screen Wiki YouTube channel, and today we are going to see a live demonstration of a sample green screen project. Now I am going to show you, and here is the final video. So that is it. That's cool, isn't it? So this is what we are going to do today. Before we start working on that project, if you haven't yet, please go to youtube.com and go to green screen wiki. Here you go. So what we do here is a green screen wiki YouTube channel. Please go and click subscribe, and I have created plenty of green screen videos, and I have also created different playlists to simplify your job in finding the right one for your own projects. And here I have created n number of background videos which are literally free for your work. Please do subscribe and like and share, and that is it. And for today's video, what we are going to do is we are going to utilize this we are going to utilize this particular video in our project. So you can also download it for free. Now for now, to save the time, I have already downloaded this particular video, and I'm going to close this. And to demonstrate this particular project, I'm going to use Final Cut Pro. So I'm going to launch Final Cut Pro here. I have launched Final Cut Pro. I'm going to import all required media to demonstrate this project. So I have it placed on desktop, Elephant, here you go. I'm going to select every file. That is it. So I have imported pretty much everything that I need for this particular project. Yeah, and this is the one I was talking about, that I have downloaded from Green Screen Wiki, and here is a, a subject video. Let's get it started by creating new project. I'm going to name it as Elephant. So I'm going to drag this main subject video onto the timeline. I'm gonna mute it. So if you see, the first thing I may need to do is mask the only required part from this video, because there is a plenty of unnecessary stuff around the subject. So to do so, you should be clicking Effects tab, and I'm going to find masking, mask, and I'm going to draw mask. Just by double clicking, I have enabled a pen to draw the required mask around the subject. Even I can drag close to the subject so that I can avoid unnecessary stuff. This is good, and probably, yeah, I think this looks good to me. All right, that is it. So the next thing would be I'm going to key out the green screen background from the subject video. So to do so, again I'm going to the effects tab and looking for keying, and I will use the keyer. Either you can drag on top of it or you can double click it. So here you go. There is some work to clean up the green screen stuff, so we can easily do that with the options available under key effect. So I'm going to enable the matte so that I will know what to clean. I'm going to use go down and see the matte tools, and I'm going to increase the level of somewhere here. This is good, and I can trim the mask to avoid that spill portion. I think this is good. This looks good to me. Okay, let me see how it looks just by switching to the original view. That looks pretty good. Alright, so the subject video is clean and ready. Now the next thing I'm going to do is get the elephant family walking video onto the main line. Here we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place the subject video on top of the elephant one. But see now, the elephants are walking in one direction and the subject is facing other one. So probably the best thing to do is I would switch the elephant. I'm going to flip the elephant video the other way. So to do so, I'm going to use the transform tool. Here you go. By selecting this option, we have transform tool enabled. So I'm going to flip it across. Before I do that, I'm going to simplify that by doing Ctrl Z. Now we have the transform tool enabled. See, I'm going to hold this one. Oops, I'm going to hold it. Yeah, that is it. So I have just flipped the video by 180 degrees horizontally. All right, this is good. So I would break it, Command B. Now I'm going to place the subject video on top of the base video, which is elephants. So my idea is I'm going to place the subject on top of one of the elephants, probably the big one, and so that uh, to make it look like those two are actually riding on the elephant. So to do so, the subject currently looks bigger than the elephant, so which is not right. So probably what I would do, I am going to scale down the subject to fit the particular scenario. So to do so, again I am going to use the transform tool, which is already enabled. I am going to scale down the subject, and I'm going to reposition the subject so that they are sitting right on top of the elephant. I think the scale down is also looks good to me. Now let's see. That is a perfect repositioning and scaling done on very first shot. I think that is very cool. We can go ahead. Now the whole thing need to be placed in a right spot, uh, right background. So to do so, what I'm going to do, I'm going to export this particular video, or I can do a new compound clip, which is good. Alright, these two clips are combined into a compound clip so that we can manage these two clips together as a one video. This is so useful option available in Final Cut Pro to work in real-time projects like this. So the next thing, I am going to drag, I'm going to import a suitable background, which is a forest background, onto the timeline. Now I'm going to drag the subject, the green screen, on top of I'm going to trim to fit the actual time. Now I'm going to key the green screen background out from this. So once again, I'm going to use the keying option available from FX tab. I'm going to double click on that. Boom. See? That looks so cool, which is awesome. Now, the problem now is they are standstill and walking at the same spot, which is not right. So this is where we are going to use a feature called keyframes and repositioning based on keyframes, so that we are going to make it look like the elephants are walking, entering from one side and leaving from other end. So first of all, I'm going to scale down this entire compound video clip as a subject. Hold on. Perfect. Let me go to fit. This is fit. All right. Okay, let me use the transform once again. All right. I think they are too small. Yeah. So the scaling is good. The next thing is to make it look like they are entering from one end and leaving from other end. So I have placed them uh, at the edge of the right side, and here at the FX tab I'm going to add a keyframe here, and coming to the timeline, I am moving to the end of the clip like that. Now I'm going to drag this using transform tool and letting them go away from the other end. All right. So let's see how it's going to look. That was pretty cool, but I think they are moving too fast. So what I can do, I'm going to change the key points probably to start little ahead, and so I'm gonna move this back to this position. I'm gonna say fit. Now let's see, that should be walking a little slower because the keyframes are placed in our better positions to make it look they are actually walking at normal speed. I think that looks good to me. So what else I can do is, from the library I have some geese flying video, so I'm going to use it to make it a little more visible. So I'm going to key out and I'm going to transform that into a smaller portion, and as the elephants are moving from one end to the other, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the birds fly from in the opposite direction. I mean to say, so oh sorry, I think I cut the wrong one. B, yes, this is good. So I'll go to the first keyframe. I'm going to use a keyframe technique one more time. So I will go to the transform tool of this video. I will use, I'm going to position that from, okay, from here probably. I'm going to add a keyframe. Now I will drag it and I'm going to place it somewhere here. Alright, that is it. So see that the birds are flying in the opposite direction, which is looking good. That is it. So at the end, finally I'm going to combine it to another compound video. I am going to name it as a elephant final, and here I will use a color tool, diffuse saturation curves, this, perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a warmer tone, orange. So I'm putting some warmer tone to that. That looks good to me. All right. So finally what we need is some background music to play. I have it ready here. I'm going to drag that and I'm going to place the video on top of it, and I'm gonna probably I will use it from here. This looks good. And I'm gonna cut it, get rid of it. So here is our final video. I'm going to export this file, uh, share to master file. I'm gonna say next, say elephant project output. Here we go. Video was exported and we have it ready to play. All right, so that looks cool, right? Thank you so much. If you like this video, please go ahead and like the video, and do provide your feedback, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel Green Screen Wiki, and I hope you will make use of the videos available on that channel, and I will catch you up with another video soon. Thank you. Bye bye.